Yet again, Beth is dancing. Since we don't have electricity, there is no music for Beth to dance to. So I like to think that maybe she's holding a little rave in her head. Hi kids, I'm Old Rotten Lady, future internet grandma, and yes, I did get a haircut. Welcome to part 15 of my Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge Empty World variation, in which we have survived an apocalypse and are trying to build up a new town from scratch. Last time, our family celebrated their first holiday, Penny aged up into an adult, and we crossed one more item off our generational to-do list, so we've only got 2 things left to do. Honestly though, those 2 things are probably going to take a really long time to complete, so let's get into it. Okay, our goal for today is to age up the twins, and I want to preface this. I got a little excited and actually aged up the twins before the infant update that was released March 14th, 2023. So these babies won't be aging up into infants, but toddlers instead. So hopefully that means we won't have to put up with that constant crying for much longer. I didn't mind Beth when she was a baby, but for some reason, the twins, they're just on opposite schedules, so it really does seem like one of them is always cranky. Okay, Angel is outside fertilizing his garden, and we're doing that to try to improve the quality of the plants. A little bit of a life update, but I was laid off from my job in the beginning of April. When you're seeing this, it'll probably have been a full month of me being unemployed. If you'd like to cheer me up, you can subscribe to my channel, and if you've already subscribed, then I'd appreciate you liking this video or any other video that you've liked, so the magical YouTube algorithm can do its thing and recommend my videos to other people that would probably like them. That's right, I just exploited my joblessness to ask for a like and subscribe. Okay, so up until a minute ago, Beth was happily playing with toys outside, but Angel is gonna go feed Beth before she goes to bed so she doesn't wake up hungry. In the meantime, however, one of our babies has started crying, so we'll need to take care of that soon. Bonnie is getting fed. Okay, today's Tuesday and the babies are aging up tomorrow, so this living nightmare will end soon enough, and then Beth will age up to a child 2 days after that. I'm going to look at Angel's notebook for information about the daisy. It looks like I can graft it with a strawberry to make a bonsai bud. We're going to ask Angel to take a cutting of the daisy and graft it onto a strawberry bush. Of course, just as he leaves the house to do that, Bonnie starts crying. Stinky diaper alert! Here comes Penny to save the day. Angel has come back in after taking a cutting to give Beth a bath. Meanwhile, Penny is making a watermelon salad. Akita just casually walked in through the door as if it wasn't midnight. Boundaries, man, please. I was trying to have Angel influence Akita to start dating Miko Ojo, who's in the Karaoke Legends household from The Sims 4 City Living. She canonically has a crush on Akita, but he was just not reacting really well to my suggestions. Miko's pretty cool, you should hang out with her. Maybe go out with Miko. So I just gave up and I went to manage worlds and set their relationship as a married couple in hopes that I could at least influence them to have kids via the neighborhood stories feature. Alright, Beth is bathed, so Angel is going to come outside to graft that daisy cutting onto the strawberry bush, and hopefully we will get a bonsai bud. Angel has returned and is sitting down to chat with everyone. We're going to go into Angel's notebook again and look up the dragon fruit. It looks like if we graft a snapdragon and a dragon fruit together, we'll get a bovine bud, which I think we can grow a cow plant from. Penny is quite stinky, so we're gonna have her sing in the showers. And right on cue, one of the babies is up and crying. Yet again has woken up Beth, and yet again, Beth is dancing. Since we don't have electricity, there is no music for Beth to dance to. So maybe she's just having a rave inside her head. Penny is taking care of Betsy, and Beth is going to angrily use the potty because she is exhausted. You would think she'd be in a better mood after dancing it out, but she rolled off that dance floor mad. thank everything that is good and joyous in the world. It's Betsy and Bonnie's birthday. It's good to have the end in sight because I was gonna lose it. Angel is now going to take a cutting from the dragon fruit plant and splice it onto the snapdragon. Who in the world is Akira talking to? I sure hope he's just really committed to telling a bedtime story and isn't trauma dumping on our sleeping children. Angel is the last person awake, and of course, just as he's about to get into bed, one of the babies begins to cry. It looks like Beth has finally had enough of this nonsense. She looks mad. We're tucking Beth back into bed, feed and cuddle Bonnie for good measure, and now he's finally off to sleep at 5:30 in the morning. Oops.
3 hours later.
Penny is up, and so is Betsy, who is crying, which has, of course, awoken Beth. After having her sleep disturbed by crying babies for the billionth time, Beth is now giggling to herself in the hallway. Should I be concerned? Aw, Penny and Betsy just became good friends. And Beth has put herself back to bed. Penny is gonna make some breakfast, and it looks like Angel only needed a little power nap because 4 hours after going to bed, he's up in his beekeeper suit and is harvesting his garden. Gotta respect that drive. All right, we're currently at the last stage of the freelance botanist aspiration, and we have 2 more items to complete. Grow a cow plant, which is why I was splicing those plants, and evolve 10 excellent quality plants. And we only have 3 more plants to evolve before we finish that up. It's the afternoon now. Penny is doing some woodworking, and we're gonna send Angel out to the trading post. Skipping through this process so I don't bore you with it, we sold 16,474 simoleons worth of harvestables. We have over 30K in household funds right now. To be honest, this may not fit everyone's definition of riches, but at least we're not rags anymore. And now let's do our customary check of the grill. Yes! You know what I was not expecting? Those lunch bags that glitched out last time, those are still there. They're floating in midair. That's unfortunate. It looks like I can throw them away at least, but it just kind of created this pile of trash on the floor that made Neelish uncomfy. Thanks, Neelish, for making food. I did manage to throw away all of the glitched out lunch bags. All right, let's get these chimmy into some lunch sacks to take home. So why am I taking food? Well, I mean, we definitely have enough money that we can feed ourselves, but between the simple living and the off-the-grid lot traits we have at home, there's only a limited amount of dishes that we can make, so this is really kind of an opportunity to diversify the types of food that we're eating. Eat something more than a garden salad or a fruit salad or tomato soup. Ugh. Looks like we're having that visual glitch with the lunch bags again. All right, we're heading home now. All right, Beth has come over to give her dad a hug because she missed him. Aww. Okay, Angel, let's spend a little bit more time chatting with Beth. Surprise, surprise, one of the twins is crying. Angel rushes into the house and sweeps up Bonnie in his arms to feed her. Just then, Betsy awakens from a slumber in a fit of tears. Angel turns his attention to Betsy, but Bonnie feels abandoned because she's not had enough attention. Angel turns immediately around to talk with Bonnie. Bonnie, however, was not a fan of that discussion about dinosaurs, and in fact, she found that quite scary, so she's still crying. Angel changes tactics to cuddle and soothe Bonnie instead. Thankfully, Bonnie is calm at the moment. Meanwhile, Penny is teaching Beth flashcards. Beth got to thinking level 4. Good going, Beth! And now she can ask other Sims why, and knows not to splash in the toilet. Beth is pretty hungry, so we're going to leave some food out so she can serve herself. And then Penny is going to make a mushroom soup. Everyone else is sound asleep, and Penny is the last one up. She's going to head to bed now. Good night, Lot Taker family.
A few minutes later.
Betsy is awake and crying with a stinky diaper. We're going to send Angel in to change her. Meanwhile, Beth is also waking up because of the noise. Whoa! Did you guys hear that sound Bonnie made as she projected out of that bassinet and landed on the floor? It sounded like it hurt. We've also got another glitchy ghost baby suspended above the air now. Yeah, this is a little weird because Bonnie aged up first, but she is the younger of the 2 twins. How'd that happen? I used the toddler trait randomizer that you'll find linked in this video. I'll show you guys the results. But even though Bonnie technically aged up first, Betsy is the eldest twin, so I rolled for her traits first, and she is a wild child. Next, we'll roll for Bonnie, who is independent, which I guess also explains why she went ahead and popped out of the crib before her sister. Oh no. It just settled in that we have 3 toddlers at the moment. Oh wow, as a wild child, Betsy has already acquired the movement skill. Look at her confidently toddling over to her dad in the next room to ask for food. Since it's still early in the morning, we are going to send these toddlers to bed, but in order to do that, I need to reconfigure this tiny room to somehow add 2 more toddler beds. We're obviously going to put both of these bassinets in our household inventory. We're going to place our nightstand outside and temporarily relocate the potty and the lights outside. Okay, we're going to put 1 bed on this side. And we're going to clone the same bed and place it on the far wall. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get into bed with that placement, so we'll test that out. And 1 more bed on this side. And sure enough, Beth is unable to get into that bed on the far wall, so we're going to have to make some little adjustments here. Does that work? Yes, okay, it does. So now I need to figure out how to get some light in this room and figure out where to put the potty. Okay, if we place the previous floor lamp in the corner, that should work. Now the big question is, where do we put the potty? Because there really isn't anywhere where it won't be in the way. I think I'm gonna put it in the corner of the living dining area and shove it over a little and hope for the best. All right, Bonnie just took her first steps and gained the movement skill. Angel is feeding Betsy in the high chair, and true to her independent nature, Bonnie has picked up the thinking skill just out of midair. We're giving Betsy a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Angel got another peanut butter and jelly sandwich for Bonnie, but space was tight and he wasn't able to give it to her directly, so she's waddling over to eat it. All right, let's get a good look at our brand new little toddlers and create a sim. Let's start with Betsy. We're going to change her eyebrows because this arch just seems so severe on a toddler. She's got curly hair, not sure where that came from because both Angel and Penny essentially have straight hair, so that's definitely gonna change. We also want it to be kind of different from Beth's pigtails because I don't want to get confused between any of the kids. All right, this bob haircut with the bow is very cute. Since the bow is giving girly vibes, we're gonna take inspiration from that and make Betsy's outfits pretty girly as well. Honestly, the dress that she randomized into is pretty great. We just need to find some better shoes, so we're pairing that with a little pair of green sneakers. Oof, this formal look needs a little work. We're gonna use this dress from Seasons. The gold version of this matches her hair bow pretty well, so that's perfect, and the shoes already seem to go well with that, so we'll just leave that as is. For sleepwear, let's go with this watermelon tank top and a pair of pajama pants. The pink bunny print seems to be the best fit color-wise, and we'll change her slippers to this teal color. For party wear, she randomized into this outfit, which is pretty cute, but I want to change the color swatch on the sunglasses. We'll change the socks to a striped version, and we'll go with this pair of two-tone loafers? Oxfords. I think they're called saddle shoes, technically. For swimwear, I'm gonna select this season swimsuit with a skirt in this purple and yellow color. For hot weather, we'll go with this top from the free holiday pack, and for the bottoms, we could go with yellow, but that's a lot of yellow in one outfit, so let's just go with another color. And the shoes seem to already match the outfit pretty well, so we're good there. For cold weather, we know Newcrest gets snow, so let's definitely pick out some boots. This is a pair of CC Toddler boots that are based off a mesh from The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. It's by Jesse 197. I'll put the name and the link in the description of this video if you also want to check those out. The jeans are good, but I'm not a fan of this sweater for Betsy specifically, so let's go with this little puffer vest instead. And I'd like a little beanie with a pom-pom just to top off the look. Next up, let's look at Little Miss Bonnie. Unsurprisingly, she looks pretty much identical to Betsy. We'll change up her eyebrows too, but we won't give her the same eyebrows as Betsy. Just because they're twins doesn't mean that they have to be samey, matchy. For hair, I definitely want to differentiate her from Betsy visually, so while this hair is very similar but different, it might be a little too much alike. Oh, look at good Bonnie bangs. And this choppy cut is a little shorter than Betsy's, but it's still really cute. All right, as for an outfit, Bonnie randomized into what I'm assuming is a pair of Void Critter overalls, so let's try to give her another outfit that's a set of overalls. While this is a pair of overalls, it's reminded me a little bit of Chucky in Child's Play, so maybe not that exactly. This set of overalls, while it has a stripe, it is giving a little less Chucky, especially in this pink and red combination. All right, I'm getting an idea for a storyline where Penny and Angel are basically always having to split up the work when it comes to the twins. And when it comes time to change their clothes, Penny always picks super girly stuff for Betsy just to kind of counteract her wild tendencies, thinking maybe if she had clothes that were a little less mobile, maybe she'd be less wild. And then Angel simply picking out practical outfits for Bonnie. All right, for formal wear, Bonnie is going to have a little bit of a simpler silhouette than Betsy's dress, but they both have these little bolero jackets to their outfit, so it kind of has a similar vibe. Since Bonnie was already wearing tights, we're going to change up the color to yellow to match the dress. And for shoes, we're going to go with gray saddle shoes. I would like to give Bonnie some eyelashes, but to distinguish the twins, I'd like to have one of the twins have full upper lashes and then the other one have very full lower lashes. We're going to go back to Betsy and change up her eyelashes as well. For Betsy, we'll do the heavy upper lash. These lashes aren't a skin detail, but their class is eyewear, but they're very pretty 3D lashes for toddlers. This is by Coffee Moon, and I'll put the link to where you can download them in the description of the video. These are N8 for Toddler by Coffee Moon. And then we'll go back to Bonnie. We'll do the heavy lower lash for her. All right, Bonnie's sleepwear, we'll go with a onesie. Let's do the green one. For party wear, let's go with this little applique sweater in pink. And on the bottom, we'll go with a pair of medium wash jeans. For shoes, we'll go with a pair of sneakers in a bright shade and contrasting shoelaces. As for the swimwear, we'll select this bathing suit that has the ruffle along the chest. It's kind of like the opposite of the other swimsuit that I picked for Betsy that had the ruffles along the waist. And finally, for cold weather, we'll use the hooded rain jacket from Seasons in this daisy print, and we'll use these rain boots from Cottage Living. All right, to complete the look, we'll give Bonnie a little pom-pom beanie as well, and we're done with Bonnie's makeover. All right, back in the household, Betsy is done eating, so Angel's gonna clean up and read her a bedtime story, which made Betsy acquire the imagination skill. Angel, why are you just sitting there? Go get Bonnie and read her to sleep. Wait, where is Bonnie? Oh my god. Our brand new toddler is wandering outside in the rain and trying to go to sleep in the tent. Get out of there right now, Missy. All right, Angel's on the move to fetch Little Miss Independent, and now Angel is putting Bonnie to bed. No, don't get out. Get back in bed. All right, now we're reading a little bedtime story, and she just acquired the imagination skill from being told a story, and she's fast asleep. Angel is already awake because he's super hungry. Meanwhile, Penny is stocking the selling table and is holding a yard sale. Octavia has broken away from the confines of the selling table and is now parading through our garden. I don't know whether she was trying to weed or harvest our veggies, but it doesn't matter because she's getting attacked by bees now. All right, before Octavia has a chance to retry whatever the heck she was up to, Angel is going to get out in his garden and harvest whatever he can. And this is where I'm going to leave it today. In the next installment of my Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge Empty World variation, Beth is probably going to age up into a child. And then we'll finally get to roll for her traits. We'll have a better idea of whether she's going to be our Gen 2 heir or not. Okay, kids, that's it for me. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.